Shutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnang Bande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the darling of Mother Devaki, the Guru of the world and the Lord of the universe. We salute him again and again. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are on page 186 of the Bhagavatam, and that is the book number 3, chapter 10, and we are reading verse number 10. We'll start today. This portion we are reading is Vidura, the earnest seeker, was asking the Maitreya, the sage Rishi, the sage Maitreya, about the question how this world created, what is Brahman, how the first creation came in time, what is time, in time it happened, what is the definition of time, and various questions. So this the sage Maitreya is responding to these questions one by one. Sometimes it is very detailed, we may not be able to be interested in them. So today, the question Vidura asking about what is called time, T capital. So Vidura said, you spoke of time, which is an aspect of the Lord, Hari, whose multifarious forms and sportive activities are so unique. God's multifarious acts and these sportive activities are unique. And you spoke about the time, which is an aspect of the Lord. So now describe, O holy person, O holy one, please describe all about it to us. Tell me about all what I have to know about time, the capital time, small time. There is a time. Capital time is eternal. Mahakala, Lord Shiva, another aspect. No change, unchanging time. And another is the time in which we are living. The time is changing, clicking every second, no? So the whole universe is run by the time. So tell me about what is the secrets of time. The Maitreya, the sage, responding to the question of Vidura, the time in itself is without any modification. Real time has no change. In this time is a change. It is 4:30, already 4:35. 4:35, for next few seconds. It is always changing, no? So, but real time is itself without any modification and insubstantial. It has no beginning and end. We do not know. This entire, everything is happening in time, no cosmic time. Say the sun was in its orbit, big sun came and near our sun, no? And because of the pull, gravitational pull, some chunks have come out. By that time the big sun is gone somewhere. So it is happening in time. 1 million years before, 10 million years before. We count time in that range. But real time is nirvishesha, and real time is without any modification. There is no change in it. And without any beginning of that time has no beginning, and that time is, that's equal to Brahman almost. They call nirvishesha, apratishthita, these are Sanskrit terminology. But it gets a form or expression when it causes the stirring of the gunas. In time, the three gunas, prakriti, sattva, rajas and tamas, in time they get churned. And in time, that gets little disturbed, as it were, stirred, and then beginning of a creative cycle starts. It forms the basis for the Supreme Being, for his sport of creative manifestation. So this time gives a scope where this thing will happen and that thing will happen and that thing will happen. So the Divine Lord's play will happen, that's why it gives a scope, so that in time the creation will go on like that, and then they need the rescuer to come. So Lord God will come down as a human being, as a human force like Krishna, Rama, like that, and then they will give the boosting to the mind of those people and they will get elevated. So it forms the basis of the Supreme Being for his sport, capital, and creative manifestation. When at the end of the cosmic cycle, Lord's power, Vishnu Maya, has absorbed the whole universe into himself. It is the Indian concept of creation is evolution and involution. So now it is evolved, and again at the time of destruction it involves. It does not go anywhere, but it is absorbed in a subtler way, finer way. So he absorbed the whole universe in himself. It is with time, the unobservable and the insubstantial, that the Lord of all, Ishvara, bring all entities into existence as a separate manifestation once again. So when the end of the cosmic cycle, the Lord's power, the power, God has power, with that power he creates, with that power he absorbs within, and that power he plays in that role. So that power, the Lord's power, Vishnu Maya, it is called Vishnu Maya, Vishnu's Maya, Vishnu Maya, is a power, has absorbed the whole universe into himself. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu. So as a Vishnu Maya, Vishnu's play, Vishnu's power is manifesting in everywhere. That's why Vishnu also means Vyapanashila, means which permeates everywhere, which pervades everywhere. That's the Sanskrit word's meaning. So the Lord of all, so and that is, it is within time it happens. And that time is unobservable time. In substance, time goes in a unmanifest way. Now he's got talking about verse number 13 to 17, 9 visargas. We are not much interested in it. 9 visarga means division of the 24 cosmic principles. They divide it in different way, and they say these are the 9 divisions of the 24 cosmic principles. So we just can go over it. And there are also Kriti creation, the creation of Brahma. So this is also, I have read, but it is very how the Lord created this universe, and that description is there. That is due to Rajas quality of the Lord, this creation has been done, and this the 7th aspect of creation is the beginning into existence of the 6 types of unmoving. He created unmoving beings, then he created moving beings, like that. So I am skipping those areas. It's not much interesting. But last, just the species of the gods and superhuman agencies, they are also created out of God's will, and there are different levels. The gods are there, forefathers area is there, Asuras are there, Gandharvas, dancing, singing, plane of existence is there, different flights of existence there, it all created by God. And God is the material and instrumental cause of everything, of the none other than himself. Like actually God has become this. Whatever we see, whatever we feel, In this level, in higher level, in final level, wherever we go, it is the same God manifesting. So now, how it is like that. Next, third book, 11th chapter. The 10th chapter ended like that, discussing about that. 11th chapter is also, will be not much attractive for us, because it is, I don't want to enter. After reading Vedanta, all this creation and its division and its name and what has happened, ultimately Vedanta says, all are your mental creation, isn't it? You are with your eyes open, that's why you see this universe. You close these eyes, this connection with the world goes. You come in your mental world, no? And mental world also goes when you go to sleep, no? So these are all, in time it happens, due to Maya, and when you raise your mind from one consciousness to the another consciousness, another realm of world appears. And when you go beyond Maya, we do not know, it's called Brahman. But we know every day when you go, not beyond Maya, but mind is become dysfunctional. Sleep, that's the most enjoyable time for all of us. If we can go to good sleep, perfect peace, no? And where is this universe? So all this talking about time, this, that, everything vanishes, isn't it? In dream there is time also. Here now time is there, of course. Already 10 minutes past, 15 minutes past, no? Here is time. Your time is there when you are in a dream world. But when you go to sleep, at least to you, there is no time. Because mind is not functional. So we Vedanta always listening this and now thinking why this creation and how this creation has happened and how time has come into it, how the animals become developed into humans, or these plants to animal life. So these details is no more very interesting for, at least to me. So, the leaves in the mango orchard. Yeah, that's why we'll skip such areas. That's the way. So now this chapter 11, Dadasodhaya, 12th chapter, Ekadasodhaya, 11th chapter, book 3, 11th chapter, and just starting with verse 1. So it is talking about the division. Now the time, big time, now the division of time. What is that division of time and how many divisions are there? Yeah, we will be interested in it. I lead one jaga. It is said that 15 laghus make one nadika, 24 minutes. And 2 such nadikas means muhurta. 6 or 7 such nadikas make the prahara. These are different divisions of time in ancient time. We have only minute. What is our division is what? Our division is seconds. Nanosecond also have and nano, we have nanosecond also, isn't it? So you can go this way, but in early days they gave name of each division. So therefore 1 paul is equal to 4/3 of a tola, and all these seers, tola, okay. So let us go. Then they are talking about 4 yugas. We may be a little interested. Let me see what it says. Page 190, the 4 yugas, verse number 16. Vidura said, "You have spoken to me about the lifespan of a person, man. You have spoken me the life of a pitri. Pitri means those live in the father's plane. After death, people go to call the forefathers plane. There is a belief that if you, after death, you can go and meet them all. If you want. You are very much fascinated with your family members. And someone dies early, someone dies late. But there is a plane. Thinking of them, you after death, your mind moves into that plane.
Family This life or past life?
Oh, many, many lives. You can see your grandpa, grandfather, grandpa, all are in the subtle body living there.
This life's grandfather is different than my last life's grandfather.
But this life's grandfather, if you see, this life's father, yeah, it is plain. Then billions of people like that, all are related. We came from one family, no? This modern idea is that we all came from Africa, we both from same gene. No, that's the concept is coming. We are from the root is one, and we have by diversified. So also there will be all these fathers, forefathers. Suppose you are a musician, you will go to the Gandharva Loka, the plane where all the musicians are together, they are playing flute and drum and this and that, music. So that is another world, no? So Gandharva Loka. So he is talking about different planes and different heights are there. So he says, 4 yugas. Four yugas are what? You have spoken me about the lifespan of men. That lifespan of men is, human life is normally 100 years, roughly. A little more, little less, no? And Pitris, they also live 100 years. But their 100 years means long time. Their one day is our 1 year. Relative. They live in a finer world. That's the concept. You need not to believe. These are all Hindu concepts. The sages described about that. After death you go to your forefathers' plane. If you have to live 100 years, means how many days that? 1 day is 1 year. Our 1 year, 365 days go, they only will feel that is only 1 day for them. Now our 1 year will be 365 days. There will be only their 365 days will be how big is that quantity? 1 day equal to 1 year.
65 times 365.
See, that period of time you will live there in the subtle body. As you go to finer plane, you will be living longer there in that plane. And after finishing that, you have to come back to again human plane. That's why realize God here and now. Otherwise, the most problem is there. If you go to any higher plane, you get stuck there for a longer period. No. So they are all included in the universe. Tell me about the highly evolved souls who are beyond the universe of the 3 worlds. So 3 worlds, Bhurvuvasa. Beyond 3 worlds, those who live tell me about what is their time concept and everything. An all-knowing person like you, O Maitreya, you know everything about time. Great men have that yogic vision before which everything is clear. So you are a yogi, you are a rishi, you know everything before your vision, what is time and what is the time of the final level, or this existence in the material plane, in our plane, and then Bhuvaloka Sarga, say heaven and this interspace, and go, tell me about what is beyond them. That is, Maitreya said that is called Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali are the 4 ages. Hindu division. Satya Yuga we call golden age. Treta, Dwapara, Kali. As the dharma and all these noble virtues full in Satya Yuga. Everyone is honest, everyone is truthful, no one harms anyone, their morals are very high, they are very high standard, purity in their life. So that is the Satya, means everything is perfect. But as the time passes, their qualities decline. 1/4 is lost in the next age. Treta, they call Treta. And then another 25% of morality values decline. Then it becomes Dapur. And now Kali. Kali will be there. All the good qualities, 75% of the qualities are gone. Only 25% of good qualities, noble qualities remain in the heart of people. That means among hundreds and thousands, only few people will be virtuous, truthful, honest, and will be surrounded by only people who are cheat. They are all liars, not the character, not pure character. Yeah, so all types of vile, and this is called the division of the age. So we are now going through Kali Yuga, no? Yeah. So we are in a bad time. But he says that 4 yugas, Satya or Krita, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Those together with their Sandhi and Amsa cover 12,000 divine years, one divine day being the 365 days of men. Anyhow, so our 365 days of men is equal to 12,000 divine years, one divine year. Those together means the whole range of Satya Yuga plus how long is Satya Yuga lives, plus how long Treta Yuga, plus Dwapara Yuga. All this, it is only these together with their sandhis and angsha cover 12,000 divine years. These are called 12,000 divine years. What is one divine year? One divine year, one divine day being 365 days of men. The duration of the 4 yugas beginning with Satya is said to be 4,800, 3,600, 2,400 and 1,200 divine years respectively. A total of how many? 4.4380,000. So many years. Can you imagine? That much period will be of human year. We live only 100 years. Here, what is 6 zeros means how much?
6 zeros,
Million.
million.
Million. The 380,000. 4,380,000 years. That much year. That's one divine year. And for us, our lifetime is only one. That means so many human years will create that divine years. Baba, no, we need not have to know much. The theoreticians of time have given the name, the Yuga, to the middle period between the Sandhi and the Angsha, etc. Exactly. So do you understand time? It's very difficult. Time is a relative thing, we understand. So, but he's saying that we think that going to heaven is good. Heaven is not good. Because if you go to heaven, then you will have to live so many years of human years. Our one lifetime is so difficult, no? 100 years. And there will be 4,380,000 years. Lifetime. Auto lifetime that. So Satya Yuga plus Treta Yuga, all these yugas added together will be this much expanse. Baba. The age of Brahma. Now, how long Brahma rules? Brahma creates and he rules. There also will be huge calculation. Are you interested? Forget. Let us go to Vedanta easily. Then he said, Parardha, half lifetime of Brahma. Brahma rules one period of creation, no? So, Parardha is another time, division of time. What is that? That time is called the life of the present Brahma is now over and the second was on. Half the lifetime of Brahma is called Parardha. Whole lifetime of Brahma it divided half, then half is called parardha. This first parardha of the life of the present Brahma is now over, and the second is on. So now Brahma has crossed his 50 years life. He has stepped into 51st birthday. So what to understand of all this calculation of time? That means this much is to be understood. Time is infinite. Calculation of time even makes you wonder about this creation, and to understand this creation is difficult. When it is created, how it is created, we are talking about. Yeah, also, scientifically, how much they say, the creation of the universe and this and that, all in hyperbolic numbers. We cannot just say how much 10 to the power 90, 100, 200, 500, God knows how much. It is endless, the time in which creation, destruction is going on and on. In the cosmic level, if we look at the stars and galaxies, you read astronomy. That is astronomical. That's why that calculation is astronomical. So they are also talking about the same. Absolute time is astronomical. And in that, there are division which is also impossible for us to gaze and understand. And he who creates this, how long he lives? He lives more than the creation, no? Say someone builds a house. If the house takes to build up, say, some time, the person who will live in the house, it will take longer. So similarly, the world is created and the creator lives much longer. That means infinite cannot be made any limitation. So that idea. So we move to the next chapter. Let me see what there it goes. It is called third book, chapter 12. And we are reading the verse 1. Let me see what the question, whether we are interested. Page 193. Brahma's dissatisfaction with the creation of evil. And now he created everything. But in this creation there will be unto Rajas and Tamas will come, so evil will come, good will come and bad will come, no? Anything you create, absolute good you cannot create, no? There will be anything you do that is good for the good of everyone you can do, but there will be some little evil involved in it, no? You want to give feast to so many hungry people, good. Good feast, so you can now sumptuous food. So you bring some chicken, you bring some fish, and you give some. It's not bad, but you're feeding the people. But you are killing so many chicken and so many fish. What will you do about that? I am vegetarian, I am taking good. I don't hurt anyone. No, Baba. You are hurting 10,000, 20,000 grains in your lunch, or 100, not maybe 1,000, whatever. So you are eating, those could have been sprouted and they could have lived their life, they have a plant life, and they would have, you kill them and boil them and kill them. So you cannot stop absolute good, you cannot do anywhere. Wherever you do something, there is something in that sense. So here Brahma created, so also Brahma's dissatisfaction happened because he found that something is wrong in its creation. Now Maitreya Rishi is again the teacher. He is talking to Uddhava. Vidura, not Uddhava, Vidura. What he says? Maitreya says, O Vidura, I have now described to you the Lord's power, what is called time. So long I have described. Now hear how Brahma proceeds with the work of creation. He created at first 5 modifications of ignorance. Ignorance has 5 modifications according to this Bhakti book we are reading. Where is Bhakti?
In ignorance.
That is true. Bhakti sadhana we do because we are ignorant. That's why we want to get out of ignorance. We pray and we pray, bhajan, do japa, all these things. But anyhow, let us see what he says. Now here, how Brahma proceeds with the work of creation, how he started his creation. He created at first 5 modifications of ignorance. These are called tamas, not having knowledge of one's own nature. That's the one ingredient. First, everyone is full of consciousness and knowledge, no? So first put that. In the movie hall, as I give the example, you want to see the movie, you enter into the movie hall and you are talking to each other and very joyful, cheerful, munching some popcorn and this and that and enjoying the discussion. And suddenly what happens? The switch is off. Light goes down. No? So first part is ignorance. That's why he said tamas. He created the first modification of the ignorance. These are called the tamas, means darkness, ignorance. Not having knowledge of one another's nature, one's own nature. Immediately forget about focus. You, that you have come here in the hall, it's just for a fun. Huh? And now, the darkness or ignorance comes and veils it. One point. Second, moha, the association of the sense of I with the body, attachment. No? Moha means delusion. Forgetting I. Second point, delusion. What is delusion? Moha? Mane clingingness. I am attached to this limited body. Or attached to the, what is projection coming? I am getting attached. The projection comes and falls on the screen and we focus on the creation and myself. So it is the second point is moha. Moha means, you explain what is moha? Association of the sense of I with the body. I am the body. Third, mahamoha, great attachment, great delusion. What is that? Keen desire for enjoyment. You have this, then I think, I will have to have it, I will have to eat, I will have to see, I will have to feel, I will have to experience, all types of desire now craving. No? You can compare it to a movie very easily. You have no attachment to anything, you sat alone, but first you forget yourself, then your focus goes on something on the screen, and then you get identified with that. You are getting identified with that. Out of so many actors and actresses playing, you will be connected with one emotionally. And what is happening with that guy, it is becoming your pain or your smile or your joy or your suffering. It happens in the movie, no? We work in that way. So this is the movie, God's movie. So he says first tamas, second is the moha, delusion, third is maha, then desire to enjoy or experience, then tamistra, the fourth, anger at the obstruction of enjoyment. I want something and someone comes in between. We get angry. That's why even in the movie, if you see that someone is being tortured or doing, your anger also goes, give a blow to that person also, no? It is happening in the movie, but your moha, great identification with the people who don't like, therefore your anger is coming. Andhatamistra, feeling of total loss of oneself in the loss of objects of enjoyment. Then you are totally lost. People get to depression, frustration. When they wanted to get something, being angry, this, that, but nothing happened, say, go to this. Life. People go to commit suicide even, no? What does it mean? The meaninglessness comes there. So, these are the 5 divisions of, 5 modifications of ignorance. It's good to think about that. We can understand that how we Brahma got deluded. So say he created at first these modifications. Ignorance is one important factor, tamas. And with the tamas, knowledge, I forget. When tamas comes, I forget I am divine, I am pure. So I am totally forgetful about my nature. Second comes moha, it association with the senses of or I with the body. I connect here now. Forget my real nature and connect with the body. Second, third, moha. What the body for? Then to see something, to hear something, to eat something, to taste something, to touch something, no? So that desire comes. And then desires, I want to have that. Tamisra, fourth, I want to do, but someone is standing in the way. We become angry. That is the tamisra, anger at the obstacle of what I want to enjoy. And then on the tamisra, feeling of total loss oneself, then the loss of object of the enjoyment. If when I was trying to get it and tried my best and I failed to do that, people always go into deep depression. So these are the five. Brahma felt dissatisfied with himself for having brought into existence this sinful creation. He has said, my God, I wanted to create a beautiful world and I have created this problematic world. That everyone is now forgetting their own self. No? Look at how many, 8 billion now. 8 billion people forget about own reality. Who knows I am Atman, I am Brahman, I am pure. Everyone forgot. And what they were thinking, I am this body. Then body means I want to enjoy this, eat this, see, do whatever 5 senses can give me with the mind. And then after that, someone is not giving me that, becoming a barrier, then I become angry and to get out of that. And lastly, not getting anything, they get frustrated. Seeing this creation, what Brahma already did, he got frustrated. Oh my God, what did I do? So therefore, Brahma felt dissatisfied with himself for having brought into existence these sinful creatures. That means the whole creation means you are incomplete, no? You want to get satisfaction from outside. So Brahma creating this, he understood what a mistake I did. Now what to do? Now, 4th verse, creation of. Then he thought, I need to find something how these people can get out. You create the trouble and then formulate how to get out. Who have asked you to create? And now you are trying to get out. But creation is like that. When you enter into creation, people are very happy when they enter into creation and get stuck there. And now to get out. That's why he created some sages. Sukha, Sanandan, Sanat Kumar. That. So he brought into being the 4 sages. And their names are Sanaka, one, Sanandana, 2, 3rd is Sanatana, and 4th is Sanat Kumara, who were contemplatives established in the Atman consciousness. And his unbroken continuance, unbroken continences. They are pure souls. They didn't fall into the trap. Brahma created this trap, but these people didn't. So they are more contemplative and they remain in their own identification in the nature of the divine nature. They're getting absorbed there, untouched by anything of the world or these creative forces. He then said to these offsprings, O children, because he has generated them, but he has given the tamas, but they didn't come into the fold of tamas because they were so much contemplative inside, so they don't get affected by that. Then this Brahma said, Oh my children, generate more and more offsprings, so that this counteracting the other obstacles which people will suffer and go to depression and death, frustration and then. So, O children, generate more and more offsprings, but being devoted to spiritual disciplines and established in total surrender to Vasudeva, they are averse to do that. They are getting joy of samadhi. Why they will go for these problems of enjoying through seeing something little, hearing something good? Five senses gives us joy. But how much joy? A little. But they are engaged in this, Rishi Kumars engaged in their samadhi. Why they will be interested in it? So they are not feeling connected with that. So, but being devoted to spiritual disciplines and established in total surrender to Lord Vasudeva, they were averse to do so. Brahma felt insulted. So Brahma got, I am ordering you, you are my child, I created you, you don't listen to me. So he got angry. This is Purana, so these things will happen. This makes it more enjoyable. He felt, he tried to control the unbearable anger he felt on account of this. Though he tried to control it, but by his discriminative faculty, it came bursting out from the middle of Brahma's brows as a boy with a mixed complexion of blue and red. These are, got it? He got frustrated that these four Rishi Kumars, they don't yield. They say, okay, you go and make more of your children so that these people who are in total darkness, they will get way to come back. But they are not interested. And being ignored, then Brahma got mad. And now he wanted to control his anger. But still, anger created something. Fire, something came out from here, and that created the boy, which is half, what is called? Brahma's brows, as a boy with a mixed complexion of blue and red. Let us see what is that blue and red. 8th verse on page 193. This was Bhagavan Rudra, the first among the deities to be born. So he wanted the Rishi Kumars to solve the problem of the creation, but they didn't yield to it. So anger came, and he don't want to show that anger or express that anger, but still it came up, and that from the eyebrows came a boy with half complexion like blue and half red, and that is the who? Rudra, the Shiva. So he cried out, O Father of the worlds, give me names and places of residence. According to his ascending to his request, Brahma said, do not cry out, all you ask will be given. O first among the deities, as you cried like a frightened boy, people will call you Rudra. So your name will be Rudra. Rudra means, Rudra means one who makes you cry. Because after creation, you cried out and said, give me protection. He said, O Father of the world, give me names and places of residence. Give me a name. I am a created being. What is my name? Where shall I stay? And he cried out like that. Ascending to his request, Brahma said, do not cry out. All you ask will be given. You are the first among the gods. That is Shiva is the god, first god, Rudra. In the Upanishad also we find the name Rudra. Rudra means he makes us cry, means the experience of life, let us not overwhelm it. We want to get out of it. That's why to feel disgusted and it becomes unbearable. So that's the cry word is used here. As you cried like a frightened boy, people will call you Rudra. I have assigned you to you even before asking the following 11 places as your seat. So you wanted, where will you stay? You are born from my forehead, and you are saying your name. I give you your name, Rudra. And where will you sit? Where will you stay? You will stay 11 places. I am giving you 11 places, your choice. You can sometimes stay here, there, or you can stay at a time all places. What are the 11 places? Heart, the senses, the prana, the 5 elements, earth, water, air, fire, the sun, the moon, and in austerity. So you know where Rudra lives? Rudra lives in the heart. That's why everyone feels pain. Where? In the heart. And the senses. Whenever sense organs are active, and there you feel the absence of not achieving or achieving whatever, that is the power of Rudra. The prana, in the prana is the Rudra, and 5 elements Rudra. So, heart, senses, prana, 5 elements, the sun, the moon, and tapas. So, hello, 11. Heart, senses, and prana, 3, and 5 elements, 8. Then sun, moon, and tapas, 11. So, 11 places. O Rudra, you will have as names, you will have names also. I give you one name, but you will have many names. What are the names? How many names? Oh Baba, big names. He says your name will be Manu, Mahinasa, Mohana, Shiva, Ritadhvaja. Oh Baba, Ugraritas, Bhava, Kala, Vamadeva, Dhrita, Varta. And as wives, I give you Dhi, Vritti, Ushana, Uma, Niyati, all these, the God in different names and their wives. Accept these names, these seats and these wives, and go on multiplying, issuing, and be progenitor without parallel. Commanded thus by the father Brahma, Rudra began to generate offsprings equal to him in strength, form and nature. So he created his children, offsprings, the power of Rudra, his own power, and almost of their same strength, same form and same nature. The creation of Rudra soon became so numerous and their aggressiveness became so threatening that Brahma became very much concerned at the situation. So wherever he would create something, see the trouble come. He created the ordinary people, and then he said, oh, they are all tamas and ignorance and all these things. Five, what they say? 5. Tamas, moho, mahamoho, tamisra, and andha tamisra. That is bad. So he wanted to create something Rishikumars. Rishikumars don't agree. And then he wanted to create the Rudra. And Rudra, he gave the, where shall I stay? What is my name? He has given so many names and so many places to stay. And then, and their wives also he created. So now you create yourself. So he said, oh, Shiva, nature will be created everywhere. But they become so many and so arrogant. Then again, Brahma said, oh my God, what did I do? See, the problem of creation is this, to go back to home. That is the safest place. Vedanta is the safest place. That's why. So, now let me finish this part. Okay. So, soon became so numerous and their aggressiveness became so threatening that Brahma became very much concerned at the situation. So he said to Rudra, O best of the deities, enough of these creations of yours. Their ferocious look threatens to burn everything in all directions, including myself. I am also getting frightened to see my creation. Perform tapas. Therefore you do now austerity, tapas. It will be for your own good and for the welfare of the world. By tapas, you will obtain the power to create the world anew. You will get the power by your tapasya. And Vedic time idea is that you can achieve everything by austerity and spiritual practice. So you now start doing tapasya. By tapas you will obtain all the power to create a world, a new world. No? It is by tapas that only one quickly attains to the Supreme Being, the light of lights, who dwells in the hearts of all, but is beyond the ken of the senses. So, Maitreya said, being thus ordered by Brahma, Rudra say yes, and circumambulating him, the Lord of Saraswati and being thus ordered by Brahma, Rudra says yes, and circumambulated Brahma, the Lord of Saraswati, and went away to the wood for tapas. So then he went to tapas, austerity. So it is interesting certain places, but if you have time, then you can read. I have skipped about maybe 40-50 verses, because these are, we will not be able to enjoy them because we are not familiar with those terminology, this division of time, how they, in the ancient time they did. But this much is at least understandable, this last part. So creation he did, and creating creation he felt disturbed. Then he asked Rudra, "Hey Baba, you have done enough. Now do meditation and pray." No? So by that you will get the energy and a new power of creation. Because when you get but through tapasya, that becomes purified. Without tapasya, without austerity, what you get, you can recklessly use it. Is it not? Someone gets some money, who gets good entire big property and big funding, etc. from the father assets and things. These children don't try to learn anything and nothing, but who have to do with austerity, they learn, and their value. They can value others, they can value also his own wisdom. So that is the last word. Brahma said, you did enough, now you go for austerity, and by that you will be able to have your own strength grown, and you will have the capacity to recreate, and that creation will be not disastrous. So we end here. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this is the verse number where we ended. For your reference, it is book number 3, chapter number 12, 3, 12, 20. We ended at 3, 12, 20. We will start from 21 next time. Today Nishan is here, so we don't get
So you don't get that.
Okay, here is the question. How do one know if she has gone beyond Maya? Or is it not possible to know? Yes, if you go beyond Maya, you will know first. Because then this world will not appear the moment it is appearing now. You will see, as Upanishad says, you will see Agni Rajataikang Bhuvanang Pravishya Rupang Rupang Pratirupa Bahuva Ekastata Sarva Bhutantaratma Rupam Rupam Pratirupa Bahischa. So when it will happen, you will see this. Ekastata, one Atman, the Supreme Consciousness which permeates everywhere. You will see as fire becoming one, but it takes different color with their different objects which it burns. You can see they put some salt into the fire. Its color is one type. You put some oil into the fire. You put some firewood, it is one type of firewood, another type of firewood, no? So it takes different color, but fire is the same. Similarly, when one knows the Lord, what you will see? One everywhere, though different Divisions may be there. They will see the diversity, at the same time oneness. That is an experience. So when one going beyond Maya means beyond ignorance, this multiplicity will no more be very obstructive to his knowledge. His knowledge will be there of the oneness. He sees that oneness. Ramakrishna say, I see God. He will feel the presence himself everywhere. That's why they remain in absolute joy all the time. Sadanando Sukhe Bhase. He always swims in absolute bliss all the time because he sees it all, that sweetness, that's all Satchidananda self, only in different costumes and different shapes and sizes. So that is the beauty. So at that time, when one goes beyond Maya, they will feel like that gradually. Vision will change. Apparent body will be same as we see only the body. We are seeing you all different in different bodies. Everyone's eyes are little different, nose is different, hand is. I am seeing that only. I don't see any what is behind. But they will see the consciousness behind you, Satchidananda Atman, the full ocean of, like the wave, we see only the wave. But the Brahmajnani will see water as also wave. The knowledge, true knowledge of the water, all water, everywhere water. Only this wave versus this wave. Waves are different, names and forms are different. But they see with the destruction of the ignorance, that experience will remain. Okay? So,
Maharaj, when M is with Thakur quietly, privately, Thakur asks, you dream of me? M says, yes, I'm dreaming of you. And he's okay, no, God alone is there. And then after that he says, you are a follower of Shakti.
Follower of?
Of Shakti.
Shakti.
And Nikhilananda says, Master says, you are a follower of Shakti to M after that conversation about the dream. But I don't understand why suddenly he says that. It seems kind of out of the blue. And then later, he's coming back from the pine grove and M is meditating there. And he says, oh, you are here. And then they talk a bit and M says, Master reminded him of his ideal. He said, remember what we talked about the other day? I told you your ideal. And then Master told him the ideal again. Is he referring to that conversation, the ideal being Shakti? Because M liked the formless, right?
And Shakti and in those levels, where is the difference? Shakti means manifestation. No? What is manifested, they don't see as matter. Their matter, the division between the matter and the spirit is dissolved. For us, it is matter. We are thinking spirit is something else. How much we talk about. But when that type of experience will happen, or what by Master's grace it happens, it is really Shakti. Anything in the wave form, it is a Shakti. Otherwise it is ocean, why it will be form. So you are Shakti means, when you see in the dream, meaning mind is very much lifted in a higher level. And that even you are lifted in the higher level, that mind is there, that mind is manifestation of the Shakti. Otherwise there will be no name and form to see. And seeing Ramakrishna is really a very auspicious thing, because mind must be extremely pure, otherwise it does not come. That's why in a dream, when he saw that, means that is a higher level of his presence.
I see. And Master is saying, see as God only, see as Shakti.
Shakti is only the same reality in the manifestation level.
I see.
Right? So, no more question, anything? Okay. So, we'll see you then again, 7:30 for our Santi Gita class. It is coming to an end soon. Then we are thinking that we will read something else. So, I can get some suggestions later on. That I have something in my mind, I will tell that after I hear your suggestions, thoughtful suggestions.
Vijnana Bhairava.
Oh, Baba. So I have never studied that much. You know, more spiritual. Okay, let me finish this. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. The point is that when you want to really practice, it should be one-pointed. How, of course, matured person can bring